The audition stage. The venue hummed with an electric energy as Ravi and Ji-eun stood in the bustling crowd of aspiring talents. The auditions were in full swing, a symphony of dreams and aspirations echoing through the air. Ravi's heart pounded like the bass line of his favorite K-pop song. He watched as each contestant took the stage, displaying an array of talents, from heart-rending vocals to gravity-defying dance moves. The realization struck Ravi that this journey wouldn't be a simple one. Self-doubt whispered in his mind, but he clung to his mother's words and the faith she had in him. As the performers dazzled the judges, Ji-eun observed with a mix of awe and anticipation. The stage pulsed with energy, a testament to the dreams that brought everyone together. Doubts flickered in Ji-eun's mind too, but her determination burned brighter. She was determined to prove to herself and others that she could follow her heart. Ravi, dressed in his best attire, exchanged a nervous smile with Ji-eun. Their shared journey had led them to this pivotal moment. They whispered words of encouragement, bolstering each other's spirits. The bond they had formed virtually was now solidified in reality, an unbreakable friendship rooted in their shared passion. The hours passed, and as the time for their auditions neared, the tension in the air became palpable. Ravi's heart raced, his hands slightly trembling. He had danced countless times before, but this was different. The stage was bigger, the audience more critical, and the stakes higher. Every moment spent practicing, every ounce of dedication he had poured into his passion had led him to this juncture. Beside him, Ji-eun fidgeted with her clothes, her mind swirling with a whirlwind of emotions. She had overcome hurdles to be here, both internal and external, and now the pressure was suffocating. Her heart raced, and she found it difficult to steady her breathing. Her eyes darted around the backstage area, taking in the other hopeful faces, wondering if they were feeling the same avalanche of emotions. Ravi glanced at Ji-eun, noticing the tension in her stance. He reached out, gently touching her arm, offering a reassuring smile. "Hey, we got this. Remember why we're here?" he whispered. Ji-eun's gaze met his, gratitude filling her eyes. His simple words were a lifeline, a reminder of their shared dream and the strength they drew from each other. Finally, it was Ravi's turn. He stood in the wings, the sound of his own heartbeat drowning out the background noise. As the performer before him finished, he took a deep breath and stepped forward. The stage lights illuminated his path, and the music began to play. The beat reverberated through his body, igniting a fire within him. His movements flowed in harmony with the music, every step a testament to his dedication. With every spin, every leap, he channeled the energy of the crowd, his heart beating in sync with theirs. He felt a rush of adrenaline, a mix of exhilaration and fear, but he pushed through. The dance was a conversation, and the audience was listening. He couldn't afford to falter now. Ji-eun watched from the wings, her heart in her throat. She could see the tension in Ravi's muscles, the raw determination in his eyes. His performance was a symphony of passion, a dance of dedication, and she couldn't help but feel the emotion radiating from him. Her own nervousness was momentarily forgotten as she became engrossed in his journey. As the last note resonated, the room erupted in applause. Ravi's chest heaved with each breath, sweat trickling down his temples. He had given it his all, and the energy of the crowd washed over him like a tidal wave. The judges exchanged glances, impressed by the raw talent and dedication they had witnessed. Ji-eun's heart swelled with pride as Ravi took his final bow. The connection they had formed virtually was now solidified in this shared moment. Her nerves returned as she realized that her turn was fast approaching, but she drew strength from Ravi's performance. If he could conquer the stage, so could she. Ji-eun's own audition arrived, and the familiar sensation of nervousness returned with a vengeance. She stood backstage, her palms clammy and her heart pounding like a drum. This was it, the culmination of her dreams, the moment she had worked tirelessly for. Ravi, having just caught his breath, moved to stand beside Ji-eun. He could feel her tension radiating off her in waves. He knew the feeling all too well, the battle between excitement and fear, the desire to showcase your passion while battling the self-doubt that threatened to creep in. Ji-eun's breath hitched as her name was called. She exchanged a quick, supportive look with Ravi before stepping onto the stage. The spotlight was blinding the audience's sea of faces she couldn't quite make out. The music started, and Ji-eun's heart raced. The familiar rhythm was both comforting and intimidating, a reminder of the journey she had embarked upon. Every move Ji-eun made was an expression of herself. Every twirl, every step was a reflection of her determination and her unwavering love for K-pop. She could feel the eyes of the audience on her, their anticipation and curiosity like a tangible force. The stage was her canvas, and she painted it with her every emotion. Ravi watched Ji-eun, his own tension momentarily forgotten as he became engrossed in her performance. Her presence on stage was captivating, a true embodiment of her journey and her spirit. He could see her passion shining through every move, her energy infectious. As Ji-eun's performance drew to a close, the room was filled with a charged silence. The last note lingered in the air, and then erupted into applause. Ji-eun's heart swelled with a mixture of relief and exhilaration. She had given her all, and now it was up to the judges to decide. Days passed, each moment feeling like an eternity as Ravi and Ji-eun waited for the results. They found solace in each other's company, leaning on their friendship to ease the tension. Their shared dream had brought them this far, and whatever the outcome, they were grateful for the journey. Finally, the day of reckoning arrived. Ravi and Ji-eun sat among the contestants, their hearts pounding as the judges announced the selected participants. Anticipation hung in the air like a delicate melody. When Ravi's name was called, a mix of emotions surged within him. It was a moment of triumph, a realization that his hard work and determination had paid off. He looked at Ji-eun, his eyes shining with gratitude for her unwavering support. And then, the moment arrived. Ji-eun's name was called. Her heart soared, and tears welled up in her eyes. It was a victory not only for her but for every dream she had ever nurtured. She glanced at Ravi, and their smiles conveyed a world of understanding that words couldn't capture. Armed with their resilience and friendship, Ravi and Ji-eun were now part of the next phase of the competition. As they embraced this new chapter, they were ready to face the challenges that lay ahead. The auditions were just the beginning, and their journey to become K-pop stars had taken its first remarkable steps.